Dillon Thieneman, he is
Yeah.
not easily confused. He is listed
No.
at
If you're watching Dillon
20
Thieneman, you know what you're watching Dillon Thieneman.
he's listed at 207. Don't buy it. Literally looks like a
It's fire.
linebacker. Looks
Yeah.
like a borderline throwback linebacker. He
Yeah.
looks like he's like 233 pounds. And
And he
he has
moves
some,
like he's 190.
he moves really nicely. I thought he had heavy feet. I think he's fast. I think
That's
he's a
fair.
good drive phase accelerator. I thought that his foot speed for a safety was pure box safety caliber. And if he doesn't really tighten up the waist of movement, I'm concerned about that. He has the best flashes as a tackler in this class, where he has a rare, unique tackling style, just like Caleb Downs does, where he will actually jump at you. Like he will jump on you and wrap you with his arms and his legs and smash you onto the ground that way. He has body slam tackles where if you don't have any momentum, he is just going to put your shoulder into the turf. The problem is he's really not a very consistent tackler, and his 13% career rate, essentially in back to back seasons, really bears that out. I didn't think that his play strength was maybe as good as I was expecting, particularly when he gets his arms around guys from behind and they just drag him for 6 or 7 extra yards. I saw multiple times. I was really disappointed with Thieneman in pursuit, where, yeah, he works really hard, but I didn't love his angles and his coverage didn't really pop to me. Now, I think he has really nice ball skills, but I did go back and watch all 6 of his freshman year interceptions. That's really what put him on the map. Look, being opportunistic and having good awareness is valuable, but 2 were like absolutely insane Madden style deflections that he just happened to catch. 2 were terrible overthrows that he just happened to be there. And 2 were absolute dead ducks that were just kind of heaved up down the field and he got to them. Those are my favorite of the interceptions. I think he's got ball skills. I think he's finding coverage. I think he's pretty sound. I think he had to babysit for a young Purdue defense that really limited his ability to roam and be a playmaker and have more ball production this year. But I didn't really see anything that made me believe that he's going to be an impact NFL starter. I think he can be great in the box. I think he has a good development track. Seems like a really high character dude. I think this is probably a quality starting box safety we're talking about in the future. But there are what, 4 or 5 legit impact pure box safeties in the NFL. I think it's an uphill battle to get there for Thieneman, which is why I have a second to third round grade on him.
So yeah, we don't have much time left, but I do I think this is one of the guys we see the most different out of anybody in the class. Though we do have very similar numbers on him, but he is far and away better. He's closer to Caleb Downs than he is Bray Hubbard for me. Um, I do see some of the issues you see with him as far as athleticism goes. I think it can be solved by dropping 5 pounds. I don't think he's a maximized build. I really don't. And I love that you bring up, he seems like a high character guy. Like this is a guy that is lauded for his leadership. Like this is a guy people are talking about like he's an NFL captain and he's just playing in a college room. I mean, he never leaves the film room. He's the first guy in, last guy out. I mean, this is just one of the, he's, I mean, people are talking about him like they talk about a guy who's going to be a future coach. You know what I mean? Like, you remember how people talked about Davis Webb in his last 2 years in the league? We're like, yeah, he
Yeah.
sucks. He's useless, but this guy's going to be a head coach in 5 years. And guess what? Davis Webb's already on the head coaching track. I think he's the offensive passing coordinator for the Broncos. He's probably going to be head coach within 3 years. That's how people are talking about Thieneman, and it shows in the field. This guy is just, whenever they make a pre-snap adjustment, he sees it and he's adjusting the slightest bit. He'll tap. He's in the box. He's tapping the linebacker. Hey, you see that? You see that? You go over there. You go over there. That's what you got to do. He's coaching guys up. Like you said, he's babysitting this Purdue defense that sucked last year, but they would have been a lot worse if Dillon Thieneman wasn't there to tell guys to get in their fucking spot. It's like Tom Brady telling Gronk to stand up. That's what he's telling his linebackers to do. So he knows what he's looking at, and post snap, he reads it incredibly quickly. He sees everything, and it's tough to watch this because, by the way, we couldn't find tape of Dillon Thieneman all 22.
Yep.
So that makes this evaluation a lot harder. We had to watch broadcast footage, so that makes it a lot harder. I'm going off less plays here, so that is always, this is probably why we see him differently, because it's just so hard to see. You got to do some extrapolating. But Thieneman, from what I could see, he just reads everything really well. When he's playing deep, the few times that I saw him play deep from the snap, he's positioning himself perfectly. He's breaking the balls at the right time. I think you need to improve coming out of that back fiddle. The foot speed is a big issue, but I really think you get his body a little bit slimmed down. You know what I mean? Because it's not like he's not like fat. He's not a fat piece of shit or anything.
No.
But this guy's strong and he's intimidating. I just think slim him down a little bit, get more athleticism on that. He's got that mentality. Doesn't matter how heavy he is, he's going to hit you like he's 235. Okay. He thinks he's Ray Lewis and Ed Reed at the same time. And that's why I love Dillon Thieneman. I think he is a elite processor. Fantastic. I think he's the fastest safety in the class. I really do.
All right.
I think his hips are plenty oily. Was that a 5-minute call?
15-minute call.
15. Oh, okay. Well, we'll get out of here soon. I think his hips are very oily. I think he's a great athlete, great processor. Like you said, he's also a great box safety. I think he can do everything. And I am not even considering the fact that he played for Purdue last year, who clearly played a lot of good competition where he excelled. Ohio State game was one of the best games I watched of him, and he looked great against that competition. But it's clear that Purdue was not telling their guys to do good things if Dillon Thieneman was the best coach out there. So get him in the Oregon defensive back room. I think we're going to see some progression on top of what is already a very polished player. I am scared to see what he's going to do to opposing offenses next year at Oregon.